What's up, guys? Welcome to your update. We're going to be taking a look at the dollar, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. See how our targets are looking and see where our resistance levels are. Definitely need to keep an eye on this. Also, don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Awesome community, guys. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is scroll down, subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. That'll get you entered to win. And let's take a look at what's going on. So, as you guys know, I'm in Florida, so I'm on a laptop. Everything's a little weird to me, but anyways, I will get this out to you and tell you what I'm looking at. So as you guys know, I'm bullish on the dollar. Now people are saying the dollar is going down. I'm bullish on the dollar in this 3-day chart. As you can see, this fractal's playing out beautifully. If we zoom into the 4-hour real quick, I usually don't zoom in, but just to show you guys what I'm looking at, the dollar is making bearish divergence, or I'm sorry, hidden bullish divergence, which is lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action. We could come down all the way and retest this 200 EMA, but I do expect to bounce. I'm seeing a lot of people out there screaming that the dollar is going to crash from here. I believe just the opposite. We may go down a little bit further, but it is ready to have a nice move up. Gold, as you guys know, we've been watching this. My target's still 1650. We could go as high as that 1760 range. But guys, I still believe gold is headed down to our target. If this doesn't hold, it'll go much lower. As you can see here, we're making higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. That is bearish divergence. And these are the daily charts I'm looking at, gold and silver. So same thing, silver definitely has more room to make another downside. But remember, we could come retest the channel here that we dropped out of, which gave me this measured move when we dropped out around $20 to $21 range. If that does not hold, we could be looking at a $13 all the way back down to this level. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at there. Before we get into Bitcoin, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out PHEMEX. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, everything all on one exchange. Definitely check it out. They got a lot of cool features on there. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin, co-vesting, and all the other features on there. Definitely check them out. And you can use my promo code Savy25 to get you 25% off your fees, and Savy50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. So let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, this is the 4-hour chart. And like I said, coming up to retest top of this wedge would be in the mid 70,000s. I don't necessarily believe it's going to go there, but it is definitely a possibility. I'm more leaning towards the downside, especially for just right now in the short term. But as you guys know, I've been talking about coming back down to retest this bottom trend line around in this area. Obviously, it probably won't drop that low right now, because that would have to happen within the next few hours or so. But anyway, depending on where, and when we do test this bottom trend line, that might be a good place to long. If we're going to get one more leg up for the end of the year, it will be off of this trend line. Otherwise, if that trend line breaks, Bitcoin could be in some pretty big trouble. We could be going back down towards that $30,000 range. I also have other targets that I want to show you. In the super bullish case scenario, if we do break up here, get past that $70,000 range, we could be looking at a $100,000 Bitcoin that everybody is screaming about. Again, necessarily, I don't believe that's going to happen, but the market doesn't have to do what I believe it's going to do. It does what it's going to do. We just try to figure out where it's going. But so far, all of our targets have been playing out pretty well. Let's look at the RSI. Really no divergence there. I am looking for this to come back up. Let me show you real quick. Zoom in here. And again, guys, I'll leave some EMA tutorials up top on the EMA strategies. But as you can see here, the EMAs are turning pretty bearish here on the 4-hour. If that continues, we'll obviously get one more leg down. And we're going to take a look at those targets next. So this is the 1 hour. Looking at this as a possible rising wedge. If we do get up there, that would be in the mid 60,000 range to retest the top of this, come back down. If we do break down here, looking around the $36,000 Bitcoin again. That's in the longer term. If we look at it in the shorter term, let me get this stuff off there. Again, guys, I'm on my laptop. Please forgive me for it looking all funky. It looks funky to me anyways. All right, so in the hourly's turning pretty bearish here, guys. We had our target of 55,440. Didn't quite hit it. We hit, this was from yesterday's video. We hit 55,550 right in that area. I still believe we'll probably continue down lower. We may come up and test this $58,000 range one more time before coming down. But again, our other targets we were looking at here is looking at the yellow trend lines here is a rising broadening wedge. From where it broke down here, that gets us around the $50,500 range. If we do get down to that area, that could end up making this more of a rising channel. Either way, as you guys know, I've been looking at this as a distribution phase. I still believe that to be true, but let's take it to 15-minute first, then we'll go into that. So looking at the 15-minute chart, this is what I was watching yesterday for a breakdown of here, which we did get our breakdown. And we had a target of 54.5 off of the breakdown from this rising channel. But if we get rid of that, get that out of our way. And we were watching this rising broadening wedge. We did break down. The measured move of that gets us down to about the $54,000 range. I'm keeping it there around the 54.5 just to be on the safe side. But I do believe we can probably come back up here and test this somewhere around the 57.4 range, and then probably continue down if we do get a retest of this, then start heading down towards our 54.5. I would expect a bounce there. The RSI will probably need a reset if we get down to this area, and then if we bounce up, break back through this, then this is the next target, 51.57, and that is looking at this rising broadening wedge in the thinner white lines here. And that would be this measured move here from where it broke down, getting us to around that 51.5 area. So guys, I'm pretty bearish here. And if, as you guys know, 58,500 is the area we've been watching. Actually, let me get this over here. Then we'll take a look at the longer term. Then we will get into Litecoin and Ethereum. But as you can see, I've been watching this as a distribution phase. 58,500 has been our key area. If we get back above this 58.5, open and close some dailies above there, we could still continue up. But how I'm looking at it right now, this is the drawing we've had up here for quite a while. It does seem to be playing out. I made this, I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But this brings us down to that mid $30,000 area if this is, in fact, distribution phase. Now, if we look at this part of the distribution here, that shows that one more push up, we could get back up. Both of these are different styles of the distribution, but either way, I still believe we're in the distribution phase, and we will be coming down after this area. But keep an eye on that 55 or 58,500. That is key. Again, if we do break above that, start closing, then we could go test that mid 60s range. But otherwise, I do believe this is what's playing out. If we look at it in the macro chart here, I showed you yesterday in the EMAs, this is the 3-day. If we break this trend line to the downside in the 3-day and close the 3-day below here, it's pretty bad, guys. Really, really bad, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at the log chart. So this is the Fibonacci channels I have in here. As you can see, the rejections up off the top here, the 2013 bull run, 2017 bull run. Also have some parabolic arcs drawn in here, and every time we broke it, started a bear market. Now, if we zoom in here, I do have this target in the mid 60s, and that would be retesting this fib again. We got rejected at it twice pretty hard, as you can see. If we do come back up and retest it again, could be around the $63,000 to $64,000 range. Again, if we get back inside this parabolic trend, then possibly we could go much, much higher to that $100,000 range. But I do see possible resistance here and continuing back down to come retest these fibs in the mid $30,000 range. So keep an eye on this, guys. This is going to be extremely important. We did break out of here, came back up, tested it, got rejected. We could still test it again and go a little bit higher and reject, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for more downside today, guys, or over the next few days. I don't want to say today. It could linger for a while, but I'm still looking for 50,500 to the, again, the $53,000, $54,000 level. But as you guys seen, I gave you my targets. Check them out. Let's look at Litecoin. We talked about Litecoin being pretty bullish here. It is possibly coming into some trouble. Let me look at this. We did come back down and we retested this triangle perfectly, and we had a measured move of that up to about $315 range. But if we do slowly continue up here, we could go as high as $350 to retest the top of this rising broadening wedge. Otherwise, if we break back below this triangle line, that's going to be around the $210 area. Let's just say 200. If it breaks back below 200, guys, we could be coming down here much further to around that $70,000 to $80,000 range. There is a trend line that comes down here. Again, guys, that won't happen in one day. That would most likely be weeks, possibly months before we would see that low. But if we do break this bottom trend line, and that would lie around 180. If we break below that 180 range again, we're probably heading down here. Ethereum, we got rejected at the top of our channel here again. We do have more room in the RSI and the 4-hour to continue down. Do we come up and tag this top of this one more time? Possibly, but it's looking pretty bad right now. Everything's crossing over bearish. If we do come back down to test the bottom of this again, that's going to be somewhere around the 1730 range. If that breaks, then my next targets will be around this 1240. But if we do come up and we break that 2200, we've been talking about this for a while now, could see a $2600 to $2700 Ethereum. And then if we go up, test that top trend line, could be around a $3,000 Ethereum. But guys, again, unless we can break that 2200, it looks like we're gonna come on down. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Again, sorry about being on a laptop and all that. It's a little harder to do this. I'm used to the bigger screens. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage along with my other affiliate links down below. Definitely check it out. She has a lot of cool stuff on here, a lot of good gift ideas. She does this all herself. It's all quality, not garbage. And also, there's a Bitcoin, Litecoin section. You can put anything you want on any of this stuff. But it's a good way to help support the channel other than scrolling down, smashing those likes, and leaving your comments. Share the video if you like the content. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. And I'm out of here. Back to vacation. Have a great day, guys.